Morning. I'm at Minooka County Park in WAUKESHA. I decided to take a little hike this morning. It's a little bit rainy. Just had to take my rain jacket off because it was drizzling a bit. But yeah, I've only been to this park once. I thought it was pretty cool. Did some of the trails. I have not yet been on this trail. Let me show you. So they do cross-country skiing here, and I believe this is the trail, which hopefully I'm allowed to walk on it now because I am. But yeah, this is a pretty nice little hike, very close to, within reason, to my house. I think I gotta try to stop here more. They have a few really nice dog parks. I'll kind of show you this one. This one might be for both size dogs, large and small. They're pretty good size. I mean, honestly, you can kind of see through the woods here. But over the hill, because there's a hill over there, it goes all the way down. It's very cool. Too bad my dog is still intact and he plays a little bit more rough, but I don't feel comfortable taking him to the dog park here unless no one was here. But we have a good sized yard, so I just don't see the reason. But it is very nice for people who don't have a fenced in yard and their dogs are nice and social and they want to, you know, play. Let's look over here. Some wooded areas too, so in the summer that's probably all shaded. We have a bunch of benches like throughout the dog park so the owners can sit and let their dogs play. Like honestly, I've been sleeping on this park. We lived in like the WAUKESHA area now for I think 9 years. So it's pretty sad I've never been here with how much I love hiking. But honestly, I never really do it by myself, which is something I'm trying to change this year. Because if I want to be in nature, I can't wait for others to do it with me. I have to just go do it. Because my soul, it needs it. This is really cool. I'm glad I took this route. I thought this route would end up going up by the dog park, but it just kind of goes past it. So something to keep in mind if you are bringing your dog, that you probably want to just park at the parking lot by the dog park. Wow, that's a really big tree. It's pretty cool. And that's just what I came from. It's very rooty. So if you have a hard time picking up your feet, might not be the place for you. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that from a distance. I'll zoom in. That is another dog park. I believe that one's the big one. Like honestly, it's gotta be like, I don't know, 4 or 5 acres. Granted, I'm very bad at like guessing how much land is something, so take that with a grain of salt. Oh my goodness, these flowers are so pretty. Summertime's happening. They're just moving in the wind. We just got a bunch of rain too, so things are very beautiful right now. Because we also get a lot of sun, and we get lots of growth. Science. Yeah, this is such a nice park. I can't wait to come back with my husband and Moose. I almost brought Moose today, but my car wasn't set up with the dog hammock, and I haven't been here enough, so I know it's a pretty dog-friendly park, so I didn't want to, you know, risk being by myself and not knowing how packed it would be or how like wide the trails are. But it's pretty nice. Now, do we decide to go over the bridge, which I think we're going to do, or see, there looks like there's a fence here, but it looks like it's, oh, I see. So the other trail is like through the dirt. Otherwise you can walk on the bridge, which with how muddy it is, there's like a huge puddle up there. I think we're going to take the bridge. This is cool though, because it's kind of like a slight wetland. I mean, maybe not quite, but it looks like it does get a lot of water. Like, and all that's the dog park. Like, through those trees there. This is so nice. I grew up in Milwaukee County, and let me tell you, it was not this nice. Yes, it helps when you have people paying big tax bucks. They make a lot more money. And I just feel like it's a little less populated in Waukesha versus Milwaukee, which makes a difference because less usage. Ooh, it's like a little meadow. So I'll try to zoom in again. You guys see all those benches? That is the dog park. And then that's a squirrel. He was a loud little guy. And that's the puddle I decided not to go through. Onwards. It's very pretty though. You know, this is my second time really hiking alone, I feel. Maybe I did it once, one time in Michigan, but probably not for that long. But I like how I took you guys with me, so I'm not truly alone. I have friends. And it's fun to be able to watch your hike back a bit. I don't know. I personally like to do a lot of research before I go anywhere. So I appreciate these videos myself. I know it's not the most popular content, but it's good background, even if you put me on mute. And in the future, I should bring a tripod or something to hold, because I'm sure this is not super steady, and I apologize. But holy camoly, look at those birch trees. They're beautiful. Probably my favorite tree is a birch tree. I just love how it's so white with the spots. Trees are cool. Okay, now I've went that way before. And it's like past the dog park here. I don't think you can. Oh, actually, I think you can get in through here. So that's a gate. And what's cool is they got these little trails for you and your dog to like kind of go down if you want, or just your dog. Because I know my dog loves little paths like this, and he just runs and runs. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Maybe I'll walk down there just a little bit, and then we'll go back up and over. Oh yeah, this is a better view of how awesome this dog park is. Again, I believe this is for the large dogs, but like, it goes all the way down there. Like, as far as you can see, that is where it ends. Like by that green. Like the end of that green grass is where the dog park ends. It's pretty cool. Sorry, super zoomed in. But yeah. Again, happy my taxpayers are doing something good. Tax-paying dollars are doing something good. My apologies for my poor grammar. Alright, let's go up this hill, which I've done before. But it's just so nice. I just love that it's not flat. And I love the roots. I just love the leaves and the woods. Makes it look like fall, other than the green grass. But it is almost the end of April. Right, so up ahead, so you can see there's a lot of houses nearby, like I was talking about earlier. But there's this little trail, which I don't know if that's for mountain biking. It very well could be. I just don't see like any tire tracks. But again, it's been raining a lot. April showers. But yeah, holy roots. Or ruts. My bad. That's huge. I'm sure this place looks crazy when you get a lot of rain. And it's probably a pretty fun park to cross-country ski too. I just wouldn't want to have to go up like some of these really steep hills. But down, you probably get some good speed. Just briefly, but very cool. See, I just love the woods. Wooded trails are superior to open trails, in my opinion. Even though you have the houses real close. It's pretty cool. Is that poison ivy? Honestly, I don't know. It could be. It's 3 leaves, right? Might have to look that up. It looks like there's a whole bunch of it if it is. So that's something to be concerned about if you bring in your dog, like Moose. He doesn't just stay on the trail. The dog literally poops in the woods. He has to be like on the property line to do his business because he doesn't want to step in it. So I don't know. I'll have to look that up to see if it's poison ivy because we can't be messing with that. For sure, we'll have to have Tommy here with me. If it is poison ivy. It's a pretty wide trail though. There is space. Like there's just so much of this stuff. I think that is. Because isn't it 3 leaves? It's everywhere. So last time I came here it was also kind of raining. Like in between thunderstorms. I think it got up to like 70 degrees that day. So that was part of the problem. It was really hot with the cold rain. But you could hear these power lines or these power towers, like the static. It was pretty freaky. And like honestly, I get why people don't want to buy houses with one of these right there. Because honestly, they probably aren't good for your health, but I mean, who knows? I am no scientist. Let's see. If you guys can see that, I don't think you really can. Oh, yeah, you can. I just have my sunglasses on so I can't see it through my phone. But yeah, I think this is like the power line trail. And I want to say that people mountain bike up and down it. And I think this is that dead tree that was here the other day. Sounds like it's gonna freaking fall. Don't want to be here when that happens. Let's see. So again, I think the mountain bikers go that way. Last time I was here, I went straight because I wasn't sure if you could loop like all the way around, and maybe you can. I just don't know where it is. But like honestly, maybe one day I would do that. Mountain bike trail if you're allowed to go down it, which I believe always better to ask for forgiveness than permission with stuff like that. So that looks pretty cool. I'll zoom in so you guys can see up there. Like, who knows, maybe someday I'll get a bike and I'll actually experience it on a bicycle. For now, I'm gonna climb up this hill and be out of breath by the time I get up there. But what's nice when you're hiking by yourself is that you don't have to go up really quick. You can just take your time. We're gonna go this way. There's a bed. There's that parking lot. I just love me the woods. Hopefully I don't have any ticks on me later. I'll have to check. And I think this is like a little makeshift football field. I say makeshift because it's not like super great. If I zoom in, maybe it's up here. Can you see the goal post? Yeah. So that's nice. We did see like some kids here the other day. I drove through here to show Tommy the archery course, which we also do archery, so we'll have to come check it out. But I also drove up so he could see the whole place. Because I'm like, we gotta come here with Moose. We gotta hike. Like I keep saying, I should have brought him today. Because it is dead here. But duly noted, next time the weather's kind of like this, or, you know, it's early morning on a weekday, I am going to bring Moosey. Because he also deserves to have a good life. It just sometimes Moose is a lot. And if I'm not familiar with an area or I want to scope it out first, I'd just feel more comfortable for his safety and my safety, and just, you know, so I know like what the situation is. Because I love my boy. And he's such a good boy. Okay, we are approaching that parking lot now where people park for the football field, or just to, you know, there's a nice little what's that called, like a building that you can rent to have parties. It looks nice. They keep it locked up, it looks like, when nobody's there. Probably keep people from like destroying it, which is nicer to live in there. But I parked there last time I came here because it's like, oh, I saw this path here, so I figured, you know, why not just park right there? I think this is another mountain bike trail. Like, I'm just assuming so, because they're usually pretty skinny, because you don't need much more than your tire space and then for your body, which that's half the fun, I guess. Trying to squeeze through trees. Man, if I could dirt bike in here, ooh, that'd be so fun. That's something that you don't just ask for forgiveness and just do. You don't do that. That's how you get arrested. And you know, I'd rather keep my record clean. Better not to mess with law enforcement or the system, because it's messed up, man. Alright. So, we are coming to another opening, I think. Which I don't know if I want to keep going straight, because I think I did that last time. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna go through the woods. And I think I'm gonna go straight. Just try to do this big loop on the outside, because that way, if you guys ever want to come to Minooka, you'll know a trail. It's easy to find your way around. So I think we'll do that today. Even though I'm pretty sure I have not done this one. Well, that looks pretty cool. Nice and wooded. I did, however, do the one off to the left up ahead. So I suppose we'll stay to the outside and see where it takes us. Here's a better view of that parking lot. Like, it's such nice parking. And the roads are in such good condition. Like, I don't know, I love it. So yes, I've done that route. And we are going to take this route. Which, I apologize. I don't know what color we're on, but maybe if you guys are paying attention enough, you'll know. Maybe I'll go look at the map when we get back, and then we can figure it out. I'm guessing it could be that red one, because it looks like there's a red dot up ahead. But it could also be like the yellow trail. I feel like some of these trails are more than one color from how it appears. Ooh. So there's that trail. Which, honestly, my apologies, guys, but I think we're going to go that way. Because I haven't done that yet. Even though this looks cool, it's going to get us back to the car pretty quick. So I think we're going to go this way and cross the road. and for it to look both ways, because people are crazy and they drive too quick. We're gonna go. Ooh, the sun's coming out. Yay. Ooh, it's coming. I love it. I love days like this where it like starts off kind of gloomy and rainy. I'm like, that's cool, and I love that vibe. But honestly, that causes lots of depression if you have too many days like that. So it is so nice to see that sunshine. It just reminds me of the road trip that my husband and dog, we all took. I think it's been 2 years now. Makes me so sad. It was like almost 3 weeks I think we were gone, and we made it all the way to Washington State. But we kind of stayed at our Airbnb. We didn't go further. We were in Barron, Washington. But it rained basically every day except the first day. So it was kind of hard to get motivated. But it was so beautiful. Like the trees and just the moss and ferns and everything. And the river and the mountains. I love Washington, but I don't know if I could live there, honestly. Not with it being so gloomy all the time and like damp like that, because I do find it hard to like get motivated on those days, as much as I do love the vibe. But I know Idaho's pretty cool too. Which honestly, when we turned back, we went through Idaho to come back home, and the sun hit us like I feel like right when we got closer to the border of the Washington-Idaho border. And it's just like, oh, this is so great. Sunshine, it's beautiful. I don't know. I appreciate it all. So it's nice to have the variety. So you really do appreciate the sun when it does come out. And yeah, life is good. So we're on the trail now that I typically can see from the road. Which one time I did see a coyote when I was driving. I was like, oh. Which is again why I have my bear spray, because it's just best not to mess around with wildlife like that, you know? Best not to use it on them if you can, but from what I have researched, it's good if you can just spray the ground, because it helps just like deter them from coming close to you. Like, ooh, girl, you smell hot. I don't think I'm gonna mess with you. So that is always my strategy. I also have a knife around here somewhere, I think. Oh, it's up higher. Oops, sorry. But yeah, got my handy knife, my bear spray, water. I don't think I have any snacks, but honestly, I'm very close to civilization. I don't think I need snacks for this hike. Probably don't even really need a backpack, but you know, it's better safe than sorry. So, and I probably just have like at max 20 minutes left, and I think that's probably not going to take that long to get to where I need to go. So I don't know. It's a pretty nice little morning hike. I feel like I'm going to feel like just so ready for the day after this. Or alright, kind of getting to the top here. In a second, I'll show you guys Racine Avenue, I think it is. Over there. So pretty close to civilization. Again, I don't think this park's like that wide. It's more lawn. But it's a nice little chunk of land, and I'm glad like people protect parks like this, because no one wants to live somewhere where it's just like houses and buildings, you know? You need nature. That's why, you know, even New York City has Central Park, and we were just watching that comedian that like takes hikes with actors and celebrities. Holy cow, that park's pretty cool. That's where they hiked in Central Park, and there's a lot of like elevation change there too, where the topography is different, and like so much scenery, so much to see. I mean, I have heard that park can be kind of dangerous, because obviously like there could be a lot of like homeless or just mentally ill folks that don't know where to go or what to do, and you don't know. So I would be pretty prepared there too if I was you. Like at least have a little can of pepper spray or something. And like I always have a buddy in like more dangerous areas. Alright. So this was a part of the trail that honestly I didn't think looked that great from the road because it's so open. And I kind of low-key hate that. But it's okay. It looks like they're trying to plant a bunch of trees. I'm assuming that's what all those like tubes are there. They're trying to protect the little saplings. Because, you know, in like 20 years from now, they'll probably be huge. Which is why we're out here hiking, so we'll be here in 20 years from now. Come see these trees when they're all grown. But this is a very open space. This would be fine for moose. And again, there is another trail that way that's wide open. So I don't could always start with the more open trail so we like stay away from ticks and stuff. Especially if it's an overcast day like today. You don't have to worry about staying out of the sunshine. Alright, pick back up in a second. Okay, approaching the next intersection here. Which I don't think you can go straight. Looks like all signs point to this way though. That might just be for like their service stuff, so you might not want to go there. I'm gonna check out these bathrooms and see if they're clean. Cause I gotta pee. And then I'll show you guys the archery area in a minute. The archery spot here, which if you see, you shoot from up there, which seems pretty cool. So Tommy says it's safer, like when you're close to the city like this, because you're pointing down then. But yeah, 3 little stations. And then still head into the bathrooms here, so we'll check it out. Here are the bathrooms. They're nice. They're just like actual flush toilets. And looks like they even have a spot to put your child, maybe. I don't know. So here's this. Let's actually go over by the archery area. Feels so much better now that I peed. Hiking's great until you have to pee. And when you don't love peeing in the woods. Really appreciate these parks, these little county parks that have bathrooms throughout. When we were in Sedona, which we don't have, or I think we do have some footage of that. I don't know if we uploaded it ever, but I did pee in the woods when we did our Bell Rock hike. I don't think you can really call it woods. Peed in the nature. But yeah, pretty cool up there. Go up so you guys can see. Again, we haven't used our bows for a hot minute. And again, it looks like fresh targets, like they put up new targets this season. Like, that's in good shape. But yeah, places to hold your arrows. It's a little step down. Excuse me. Alright. So I think the trail continues to go that way. So maybe we'll go this way. So we're gonna follow this trail. So anyways, that's the bathroom I just used and showed you guys. That's where we came from. We're gonna wrap around this way. That's where we're going. And again, I think we're pretty close to the car. I saw like the white van that I saw when we first like pulled up. I was like, you better not follow me, sir. I got a knife and pepper spray. And not just pepper spray, I got bear spray. Which I think the difference is it just shoots out a little bit more aggressive and more. What's nice too, and again, we've never went to it, but they have a pretty good sized beer garden right by their pond, which I guess people swim in. I don't know, maybe if it's clean enough. And I paddleboard on no motor lakes, and that's fine, but like these little ponds, I don't know. Especially if the weather's too hot or something gets in there, I don't know, it can just be pretty dangerous water if it gets mucky. Oh, almost back. Pulling up by this pond that I guess people swim at. I mean, like, maybe. I guess I haven't really ever been here, so I can't make quick judgments. But this, it looks so tiny. It might go a little bit that way. That's the beer garden. It's pretty cool. And then the building there for the restrooms. I think on Fridays in the summer they have food truck Fridays, which is pretty sweet. That's a pretty nice little park. We'll have to take Moose here again, like I keep saying. He will love it, no doubt about it. Alright, time to go home. Bye.